Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome back to the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Ako muli si Fiona Bacani, your courtside reporter for this Wednesday triple header. At talaga naman umiinit na ang mga labanan dito sa Paco Arena sa Manila. Now, we are about to see two teams coming off of a high from their wins. On the opening day, we have a revamped Alpha Insurance squad with their collegiate players taking center stage. And of course, on the other side, we have our defending champions, the Cignal Super Spikers, hoping to inch closer to the crown with every single game. Now, which among these two teams will be the first to take home 2 wins in this tournament? Find out only here where power meets passion. This is the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference.
We have seen 4 set matches for our first 4 games in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. But a while ago, we finally saw our first sweep with UST defeating PGJC Navy 3-0. Now we lead you on to this matchup between the Cignal Super Spikers and the Alpha Insurance Protectors as we come back to you live from the Paco Arena in Manila, a venue that we so dearly missed. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Ayel Estraniero. Ayel, welcome back to the Paco Arena.
It's good to be back. We've got amazing games for you right now.
All right, so we gotta continue breaking things down as to what has been happening so far in our Invitational Conference. Standings tayo, Ayel, what has happened so far?
Well, for Crisscross, Cignal, and Alpha Insurance, 3 teams that were able to get their first win in the opening day, but today, UST able to get a win against PGJC Navy. Savoj also bouncing back after losing to Alpha Insurance, and VNS, FU, and PGJC Navy still looking for their first win, but again, we focus on Cignal and Alpha Insurance. Both teams coming off big wins, and for sure wanting to continue to be in the winning column.
In one of those big wins that we covered last Monday, it was Alpha Insurance being able to defeat the Savage Spin Doctors. We have the perfect analyst today because she also covered that game. Yep. Ayel, what happened?
Well, Alpha Insurance started that game with a lot of confidence. They lost set number 1, but they made sure to have better composure and cleaner transition come set 2 to 4. And the numbers really show it all. Just a 2 to 3 point difference in set 2 to 3. Set 2 to 4 rather, showing that the Alpha Insurance did have better composure and better play in terms of consistency in all the other sets, and Alpha Insurance able to capitalize also on the errors of Savoj. If you see the numbers, Savoj having more attack points, but Savoj also committing more errors, and that's something Alpha Insurance made sure that they maximized on.
Gotta say, a lot of people were surprised with that result, but we're very happy for Alpha Insurance with that win. Nakatulong nga naman din yung 17 service errors na nabigay sa kanila ng Savage Spin Doctors. Pero hindi tayo nagulat sa naging performance ni Barbie San Andres, one of the top scores that we have seen so far in the history of the Spikers Turf.
I mean, Barbie San Andres, again, one of the more heavy-handed attackers. Not the tallest of outside attackers, but definitely one of the most athletic. 4 players were in double digits in that match, in their first match, but Barbie San Andres was shined the most because of the all-around performance. 19 points of 16 attacks, 2 blocks, 1 ace, and 9 digs. So I'm pretty sure that Cignal really has got their eyes on Barbie San Andres. For Cignal, they're coming off a win against VNS Griffin. So the defending champions with all the added faces clearly showed a lot of firepower against VNS.
I was privileged enough to have covered that game. Yep. The Cignal Super Spikers debuted their new name. They debuted Jared Schnacky, among others. They did have a couple of rookies. Kasama dyan sina Van Prodenciado and even si Toto Maglinaw. And in that game, Cignal started slow.
Yep.
VNS, we thought they were going to win set number 1, but because Cignal was a champion team, of course, they had to display what they're known for. In set number 3, they put in their second unit. Did not work quite as well for them. VNS taking that extended set, but in set number 4, it was the show of Wendell Miguel.
I mean, Wendell Miguel, one of the players who really did contribute in a very dominant, number in terms of spiking for Cignal. 59 attack points against the 35 of VNS. Clearly out-attacking VNS in that match. But Cignal Super Spikers also have to be mindful of their errors. They give away 34 errors, and they are playing against a very consistent team, a team that plays clean, talking about the Alpha Insurance. So that's something that they need to polish up. But as you mentioned earlier, Wendell Miguel, one of the players who stood out against VNS Griffins. As you mentioned, a lot of new faces on their squad, but the veteran in Wendell Miguel is still one of the more reliable attackers, especially in the crunch time. But we also have to mention JM Ronquillo, who also stood out in that match, having a lot of firepower and providing offensive points for his squad.
Efficiency was key for those two players in their opener versus VNS. Even Wendell Miguel himself was 58% in terms of his attack efficiency. Add to that the 3 aces as well. Very impressive from the veteran himself. Now, we do want to have your thoughts shared on social media. For those of you watching our game, please do use our hashtag SpikerSturf2025. We want you to be involved in each and our game, so please tweet out, post whatever you have, photos, videos, your thoughts online. Maraming salamat po in advance. Once again, this has been Vic Gomez and Ayel Estraniero. We'll have a short break, and after that, we'll present to you the starting lineup and also our the starting lineup and our first serve for this matchup.
Arena in Manila and the 8th season, the Invitational Conference of the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion. This is our final match today in our preliminaries. Match number 6 features our Alpha Insurance Protectors and our defending champions, our Cignal Super Spikers. Officiating this match, we have our first referee, Ms. Josie Del Rosario, international referee. Second referee, Mr. Joven Raceles, national referee. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Alpha Insurance Protectors. Let's begin with jersey number 1, Vince Virey Himzon. At number 3, Billie Jean Anima. Number 6, John Michael Apolinario. At number 9, Rocky Roy Motol. Number 10, Francis Casas. And number 24, John Benedict San Andres. Starting libero is number 15, Neil Manato. And head coach, Mr. Fritz Michael Santos. Calling on our Cignal Super Spikers. Let's begin with team captain. He wears jersey number 8, John Paul Bugawan. At number 5, Gabriel E.J. Casanya. Wearing jersey number 10, Wendell Miguel. At number 17, John Mark Ronquillo. Number 20, Lloyd Josephat. And number 21, Louis Ramirez. Starting libero is number 7, Vince Patrick Lorenzo. Head coach, Mr. Dexter Clamore. This is match number 6, preliminary round, season 8, the Invitational Conference of the Spikers.
Let's break down the starters for our two teams. For Alpha Insurance, the Protectors, Why change something that worked in game number 1? These are the names that we have to get used to. The Barbie San Andreses, the Vince Himzons, the Rocky Motols, college stars, now stars in the Spikers turf. On the other end, veterans across the board for the Cignal Super Spikers. In the previous game, we saw Martin Teng Bugawan start for them, but he will not be in action for today. Ang kapalit lang naman niya ay national team middle blocker, si Lloyd Josafat.
And that's how stacked the lineup is of the Cignal Super Spikers. Again, this is a veteran team against one of the youngest teams here in the Spikers turf. So this is going to be an interesting one, knowing that both teams coming off big wins in day number 1.
But before this game, to our viewers out there, as Francis Casas scores the first point in this matchup, Ayel and I were talking in the production room, and she was able to detail to me just how good the responses were of Alpha Insurance against a winning team like Savoy in their opener. And that in itself would be very key as you take on the Cignal Super Spikers.
Exactly. If you play against, bigger teams, more successful teams here in the Spikers turf, you will need a lot of composure and a lot of digs like that.
On the counter, that's a block for JP Bugawan.
Well, JP Bugawan, one of the strongest middle blockers here. You just know he will cover that zone. Casas fully blocked that time.
JP Bugawan coming off of 9 points in their previous outing. Will get his first in this game. That's a service error by Wendell Miguel. In the previous game of Alpha Insurance, they were granted 17 service errors by the volleyball gods from the Savoy Spin Doctors. Kaya naman nakapag-capitalize sina Billy Anima and company. Kasanya, nice set on to JP Bugawan. Had to elevate to save that one.
Good start here for JP Bugawan. 1 kill block to the point offensively.
And the thing about JP really is his efficiency.
And the athleticism as well, always available for offense, but does his job as a middle blocker.
Ang malala dyan, nahawa na rin si Teng Bugawan sa efficiency ng kuya niya. Martin, I'll say this now because he's not going to play in this game. Martin Bugawan was 10 out of 12 in their previous game. That's 83% attack efficiency, as now it's another hit from the middle. Lloyd Josafat delivering.
So it seems like the game plan is to activate the middles early on in this match. They want all attackers involved.
That should make the lives easier for Louis Ramirez and JM Ronquillo. In front right now, Francis Casas getting a touch.
Casas getting blocked earlier, but this time maximizing, taking advantage of the gap in between the blockers. And this is something Cignal also has to be mindful of. They need to avoid, the gaps in between, because Alpha Insurance has a lot of talented attackers.
Gotta be happy for Francis Casas though, because yes, he had 3 points and the start in their previous game, but he was taken out eventually. But this is Lloyd Josafat getting his second attack point in this game. Lloyd had to sit out as he was still resting his wrist. Sabi niya, lakas daw kasi ng palo ni Leo Ordiales sa practice ng Alas Pilipinas eh. What a luxury though for them to have experienced that.
For sure. And that's something that they can bring in here.
EJ Casanya transforming into an attacker.
Surprise attack there coming from Casanya. Clearly, the insurance protectors did not expect that one. No one actually attempting to go for that dig. I love the sense of urgency here for Casanya.
Casanya had 23 excellent sets in their previous game, but he also had 3 points. Got to be mindful of that as well. That's going to go long for JM Ronquillo.
Oh, well, Cignal committed a total of 34 errors in their 4-set win against VNS. I'm pretty much sure that's something that they could not afford replicating in this match against Alpha Insurance.
That's an average of 8.5 errors per set. Usually, sermon na ang kasunod nun kapag ganun karami. But, Coach Dex, this is a seasoned coach. Obviously, things have been established already in terms of the system of Cignal.
That's right.
We always say this, high risk, high reward din naman talaga. Nakakatulong din yung pag-load up nila ng serves nila among others. Whoa!
Because that's what you get when you play a safe serve. You know, the other side of the court also has a lot of firepower. Let's take a second look at that. Himzon right in the middle. Take a look at the elevation going above that time of Josafat.
Let's remind everybody that Vince Himzon is already a Spikers Turf MVP. That happened in the 2023 Invitational when he represented Letran. There's the product of UE, Lloyd Josafat, activated once more.
Great matchup here of the middle blockers for both teams. Great answer from Cignal, opting for a faster play. Josafat with an easy outing.
It is now 7 serving 5. Off the pass by Rocky Motol. It is Billy Anima.
Both teams playing with a faster pace. No slow starts at all here for both teams. Billy Anima also activated this time. Power tip works for him.
That's a player who had great net defense in their previous outing. We'll mention the stats later on. Barbie denied, coverage present. Apolinario, that's tight. Whistle blown, net touch by Cignal.
Yeah, Cignal very aggressive in net defense, but you can see how fast they transition from the right pin to the left pin just to get their net defense up there. But that time, unfortunately, touching the net.
Coach Dex even had to demo onto his coaching staff how to do it properly. JP Bugawan answering quickly, and that will send us for our first technical timeout. A 1-point separation between our two teams.
Welcome back to the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Now, coming off a strong opening win, the Alpha Insurance Protectors are heading into a big challenge today as they face the defending champions. Now, the team says that the first game set the tone for how they'll play this conference, and today's matchup will test just how far they've come. Despite the pressure, the Protectors are sticking to their usual routine, saying, kung saan kami nakasanayan, dun pa rin kami. Basta, bawat isa, pinaghahandaan namin. Now, having NCAA veterans on the roster has made the transition smoother, with these familiar faces bringing chemistry and confidence to the lineup. But as they go up against Cignal, the team's mindset is simple. There is nothing to lose. They just need to stay relaxed, play their game, and let the results follow. Win or lose, the Protectors' main goal today is to show what they can really do on the court. Back to you, Migs and Ayan.
It's good that Fiona mentioned, yes, there might be NCAA players here, but they are veterans.
Oh, yeah.
Which means they know how to respond against a team like Cignal. That was such a
I was
nice
gonna
drop.
say, that was the best example of how good these players are, not just in terms of athleticism, but with volleyball IQ as well, outsmarting Cignal that time.
Barbie San Andres off of a 19-point performance. That's JP Bugawan. Seems like it's his day. He wants to claim this night.
The middles has been too much here for the Alpha Insurance. You see high efficiency right now, both from Bugawan and Josafat, and Casania just having the luxury of setting them up.
So how can Alpha eliminate the middles of Cignal?
You gotta commit with the middles, at least slow them down, get the rebounds and transition.
Casas tried to drop it. Casania setting things up for Ronquillo. How about that adjustment?
JM Ronquillo, we mentioned him on top of the coverage, provided a lot of firepower against VNS Griffins, and right now powering through the net defense of the Insurance Protectors. Again, everyone chipping in points here for the Super Spikers.
Now 10-8. Apolinario opens up. Rocky Motol. That was a net touch, apparently by Cignal again. But will it be challenged? Si Coach Dex na ang pumindot ng challenge button natin, just to be sure.
JM Ronquillo also saying that there was no block touch on his end.
Bit of a funny moment here among our Cignal assistant coaches. Kasi minsan nag-iiba yung button eh, kung
Yep.
nasan siya nakalagay per arena. So at least now they know. At ang mahalaga, umabot yung challenge. Kasi di
Yep.
ba may oras
You
lang
have a
yan.
time limit. If it lapses, your challenge will be denied.
So this is also practically a timeout for Coach Dex. He's making use of it to speak to his players on the floor. This is a net fall challenge on the attack by Rocky Motol. Tignan natin. Tumama ba si JM? Slight touch, but it looks like he did.
Yep, he did.
Very gentle kasi yung touch eh.
So he did not feel that one clearly with his reaction right now. But worthy of a challenge there. I mean, you will need every point you want. That this is a close match so far.
9 serving 10. Billy Anima targeting Louis Ramirez over reception, and that's too easy for Vince Himzon.
Yep. Can't give a regalo straight to him, Zon. We already talked about how he's gifted with an elevation. Take a look at that time. Did not waste any opportunity there.
It's rare for a middle blocker to be an MVP. But Vince Himzon was such a perfect example as to what he did in 2023. Ramirez, that's an MVP himself. Couldn't score. Back set now. Ronquillo got a hand. Whistle blown. Net touch. Alpha Insurance.
Oh, but Cignal had to fight hard to earn that point. That's how good the defense has been on the side of the insurance protectors. They know that Cignal is, an offensive team. So right now, they're trying to slow them down on the net.
Nice pass. Casas. Was that in? Ruled out. Almost in though.
Lack of press there that time for Ramirez.
So now we're tied. 11-11. Make a wish, everybody.
You rarely see this, so make a wish.
On the serve, Francis Casas. Misreception. Casanya wanted a call. They will not get it. Instead, it's an attack point for Vince Himzon.
And Coach Dex also didn't want to risk it. They're already out of one challenge. But take a second look on this one. Himzon again going above the blockers. And we have to put it in perspective. Cignal has tall blockers.
Yes.
They have Josafat. They have Ramirez up in front right now, but Himzon attacks above them.
If you would look at the body build of Vince Himzon, you would not expect him to be a middle blocker. But
Yep.
when he plays, he becomes a Goliath himself. We did see a point though by Louis Ramirez. Beautiful swipe made by him.
Good exchanges so far from both teams.
JM Ronquillo on the serve. Battle at the net. Himzon denied. Alam na ng Cignal yun.
Exactly. Now he was the only available attacker in the front row, so Cignal able to establish their net defense right away. All angles closed at that time against Himzon.
Naging open spiker din siya ng Dioras off of that scramble. Lead back with Cignal. Ronquillo. That's long.
Again, another service error for the Super Spikers.
We will be counting that later on,
Yep.
for sure.
Exactly.
Off of a relatively safe serve. That was a nice hit by Josafat.
Motol also not able to contain the power in that attack.
Double sub. Cian Silang checking in alongside the guy who will debut for the Cignal Super Spikers, J-Rap De La Noche. A while ago, we saw his former team
Yep,
win.
UST.
That was in straight sets versus PGJC Navy. De La Noche was not in the rotation in their previous outing. Himzon soaring through.
Himzon is a big problem right now for the Super Spikers. Anything given to Himzon, higher chances is able to convert that one, especially right in the middle.
This guy pauses mid-air. He's that entertaining to watch. I hope you guys can witness his greatness live. Miguel was under, wanted a touch, will not get it. Tinawag na si Jao Mandal. He will replace Wendell Miguel.
This is a great show of the depth of the lineup of the Super Spikers.
MVP lang naman. Guess who's not in rotation today? Another MVP in Steven Rotter. That's gonna be an ace.
Oh, but we've talked about this on top of the coverage. Alpha Insurance playing steady from start to finish. Himzon getting a service ace of the hands of Lorenzo.
Of all people,
Yep.
Vince Lorenzo. Alpha on top.
Unang-una, sobrang saya ko kasi bagong experience na naman. Kasi laking bagay din yung experience mo dito sa mga idol mo, nakakalaro mo. Nagpapasalamat din ako sa Alpha kasi sobrang luwag ng pagtanggap sa akin. Kasi nung nag-team building kami, ang sinabi ko lang sa kanila, gagawin ko yung best ko para makatulong sa team at para yung team mabuo din po.
Wise words from the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational MVP, Vince Himzon. He's a middle blocker of Letran. Kasama niya ang CSB Rookie MVP na si Rocky Motol, pati na rin ang best outside hitter na si Barbie San Andres from Mapua. But in this league, you're gonna have to take on other big-time stars
Yep.
such as Jao
Jao
Mandal.
Mandal, who just scored off the bench right away. Instant impact for Jao Mandal.
15-16. Nice delay of the set by Apolinario and a point for Barbie.
Now we haven't mentioned the Polinario yet, but the playmaking has been smooth so far, allowing his attackers to actually shine in this set. Barbie San Andres going through the block that time.
Alpha getting the side out, but now this side out belongs to Cignal.
A great effort there for Ramirez to actually avoid the serve.
It is 16-17. J-Rock de la Noche now taking his turn. That's the 7th error of Cignal already in this set.
And again, Alpha Insurance just capitalizing on that.
So of the 7 errors, 4 have come from the service line for the Super Spikers. Lorenzo as the setter. Umandal, that was tight.
Yep.
And returned by the 3-man block. Chance ball. JM goes to the open. Onto the back for Rocky Motol.
Moto with a clean attack that time. A lot of speed and power on that one.
They got a timeout for Coach Dexter Clamore, feeding the sense of urgency now. There's your rookie MVP from the College of St. Benilde.
Tayo kagad naka-recover. Pangalawa sa pasa, minamadali natin. Itaas natin. May second ball naman, may cover naman. Kaya naman magpa-block rebound. Okay? Oh, tatlo lang. Kaya yan. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Cignal Super!
During the press conference at the Spikers Turf, I asked Coach Oji Mamon, what are some of the lessons that they learned in the World Championship? Ang sagot niya sa atin, the most prominent one was the out-of-system plays. Because there are plays, apparently, and I also heard this from Coach Dexter Clamore, hindi naman kailangang patayin agad. Iba, kailangan mo lang pabagalin. You might do something like a rebound that will help you score in the next one.
You want to keep the rally going to have another opportunity, but all the good opportunities right now are being well taken care of by the insurance protectors.
That was an early Christmas gift. Some might even say Halloween candy for Rocky Motol. But now, We have a gift for everybody. Jared Schnacky, a fan favorite, now in the game for the first time.
So a lot of player adjustments here on the side of Cignal.
Service error. Cignal will gladly take that. That's the third service error of Alpha in set number 1.
And this is almost a different look of players on the court for the Super Spikers.
17-20, Jao Umandal. Oh no, that's the 5th, right?
Yep.
5th service error of Cignal.
They continue to struggle in that department.
We have Baptista checking in. Another UAP standout for us. Romel Baptista. While they're up 21-17. Not the best of receptions. Schnacky denied. One more for Jared. Nice change of pace there. And a miscue for Alpha.
I mean, look at the effort of Baptista to actually save that rally. Went for that dive of that attack of Schnacker, but no support on that second touch. A miscue causing them that point. Talking about the insurance protectors.
That's the half a second of having a heart attack between two players. Na kanino ba yan? Sino kukuha niyan? 18-21. Ooh, hang time for Himzon, but it's kept alive. This is a free ball. Apolinario turns around and back to Himzon.
Vince Himzon is unstoppable in this set. From all sides of the court, from the middle, and from the left pin. Shoot set for Himzon. A big gap in between the blockers.
That's 6 points now in this game for Vince Himzon. Lopez now checks in for Alpha Insurance. This is Jerome Lopez. Also JJ Javelona on the double sub for them.
Yep.
Javelona played most of the end game versus Savage. He did reach double figures with a dozen. Oh, what a block! That is a monster block by Vince Himzon.
Against Josafat that time. Silang wanting a faster attack, but Himzon closing the right angle. Wow. Himzon with an all-around performance so far.
This man is making statements.
Yep.
And he's doing it against the best team in the Spikers turf.
Reintroducing himself.
We saw a joust. That was one heck of a joust. Silang winning it. Motol faded backward and landed awkwardly, but he's good to go.
Yep. But they will challenge this one.
Medyo matindi yun, yung joust na yun.
Yeah.
But Billy Anima continues to enjoy the action. After all, they're up.
And they just need 2 more points to actually secure this set.
Our first referee just pointed Alpha's way. So they will get the point, and they will have 6 set points. 24, serving 18. Jerome Lopez, he does have a full front line. Serving that ball in. Back row for Chow.
And in this crunch time, you will go to one of your most experienced attacker. And for the Super Spikers, it's Jao Omandal saving a set point.
Misreception. Good chance for Cignal. Motol covered himself onto the right now. Javelona is blocked.
Solid block there. Coming from Schnacker. Great transition block there. Javelona. No entry that time.
20-24. Silang will have to continue serving if they want to have a chance. Scramble and a chance ball for Alpha. They send it to Rocky. He will not be denied this time, and set number 1 belongs to Alpha Insurance.
Team effort clearly for the Alpha Insurance Protectors. Even players coming off the bench providing instant impact right away. We're talking about Lopez, Baptista, Javelona as well. But it was Himzon that was the star of set number 1.
Almost reached double figures in set 1 alone was Vince Himzon. One MVP to another. Rocky Motol also making his presence known in the clutch. Set 1 to Alpha Insurance. The Alpha Insurance Protectors now have won 4 consecutive stints, dating back to last Monday as they surprised the Savage Spin Doctors today. They're trying to surprise the defending champions.
Yep, I mean for the Alpha Insurance Protectors and the Cignal Super Spikers, it was a tight match until the middle of the set. But as you mentioned on top of the coverage, the Insurance Protectors, they have a strong end game, and that's something that they bank on again. But we have to mention Vince Himzon, who provided the firepower right away from the middle on the left pin. But the defense has been good also on the side of the Insurance Protectors. Meanwhile, for Cignal, a lot of errors on the service line, something that really halted their momentum all throughout. Because if you take a look at all the departments, a very close one. Cignal even actually has one more in attacking and in blocking, but they committed 9 errors against only the 3 of the Alpha Insurance Protectors. And we mentioned this also on top of the coverage. If they continue to commit that much errors, most likely Alpha Insurance will get the win because of how clean they have been playing.
Of the 9 errors of Cignal, 5 came from the service line. That's definitely a wake-up call already for the Super Spikers. Can they respond here in set number 2? There you see them gathering themselves. That's a super team already, but then this is a new super team also in front of us inside the Paco Arena. The mention ni Fiona kanina, NCAA veterans. Practically like a collegiate all-star team, if you would like to think about it that way, because there are also a mix of UAAP stars here. Billy Anima from DLSU, Francis Casas from Adamson. Boy, what a luxury this is for us to have Alpha Insurance form a team like this.
Exactly. No, high-quality volleyball so far being shown here by the Insurance Protectors. And, you know, we have to mention also as MVPs on their own right, Rookie of the Years on their own right, but also, you know, Barbie San Andres and Vince Himzon reintroducing themselves here in the Spikers turf.
Thank you for joining us as we start set number 2. That's not going to go in anymore for Alpha Insurance. First point to Cignal. The type of start that Coach Dex wants.
And then JP Bugawan again getting the point, just like set number 1.
Consistency would be key though for JP Bugawan and company. Apolinario tried to go low and was apparently too low for Billy Anima.
Anima also had a difficult time to adjust. A rare miscue on the side of the Insurance Protectors.
2-0. Another serve for El Capitan. JP Bugawan. Apolinario, pambawi. Sa kanan naman. Francis Casas.
Francis Casas with that exclamation point, like a bullet straight to the court of Cignal.
That's to the face of JP Bugawan. Casas, good sportsmanship though, as he
Yes.
apologized to his senior. Hindi yun ang nabutan niya no, sa UAP. Ang nabutan ni Francis si Martin. Tegbugawan. Humandal down the line.
Good option there. Good decision to go down the line, finding that small gap. But also Apolinario not ready for that.
3 serving 1. JM Ronquillo's turn. Ronquillo in their previous game had 15 points. Couple of finishing touches for him in the first 2 sets. Was on his way to being the best player before Wendell Miguel finished the game in 4 sets. Rocky Motol scoring from the left pin.
Now they have been utilizing the loose blocks of the Super Spikers. Rocky Moto going through the hands of Josafat that time.
Motol also a returnee here in the Spikers turf, having played for VNS before and CSB in the Invitational. Service error by the other guy from Taft. Four to 2 now. Things slowing down a bit here in set 2. It was high octane in set number 1, especially the ending.
The intensity also not yet that high compared to set number 1.
Nice back set. Unfortunately, the attack was too wide for Casas.
Not Casas, so wanting to avoid the hands of the blockers. Too much angle that time. Errors also piling up here on the side of Alpha Insurance.
Especially if you consider that they only had 3
Yep.
in set number 1. Oh, speaking of errors, that's another one, this time from Zhao.
The Super Spikers continue to struggle on the serving department. As you mentioned earlier, high risk, high rewards.
Josafat could not score. It's a back row hit, off speed at that, and it will work. Barbie San Andres catching everybody off guard.
And we've seen this in their first match against Savod, San Andres, putting a lot of variety in his attacks, making sure that he continues to be unpredictable.
Now a chance to tie for Alpha. Oh, Francis Casas, ang na-target niya si Coach Dex. Outside po yun. Masyado ng wide yun.
Yep. Went straight to the other players of
Yes.
Cignal on the bench.
Much to their delight. 6-4. Himzon, that was quite low. He wants a touch. Will it be challenged? Coach Mike says nope. Vince Himzon though, very adamant.
Yep.
Yun na, may umami na. Buti na lang. Buti na lang pinagbigyan ni Coach Mike si Vince Himzon.
Yeah, he almost said no, but Himzon was like,
Nope, I
Nope.
want it.
call for the challenge.
So they get the point. 5-6. Nice pass by Prudenciado. Wendell goes cross. Barbie sends it through. Bump onto Miguel. And did that drop?
Yep. But you've got to admire Himzon, really. Out of system set to Miguel. Stayed committed on the block. Even slowed it down. But again, no support on the floor defense for the Alpha Insurance.
That's twice now that we have seen good effort on the save, but nobody there to help out anymore. Oh, 3 men denying Barbie. And Cignal will lead us to our first technical timeout in set 2.
Welcome back to the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Now, complacency has no place in the Cignal squad as Coach Dex reminds the team to stay focused and stay grounded. We need to respect all the players. We need to respect the game, sabi niya. Even with pressure building, their spirits stay high. Pressure lagi yan pero nasa sa amin kung paano i-handle. And now we need to be extra motivated because we have a title to defend. Now, despite the fatigue, their mindset is clear. We just need to enjoy every point, every step. Intensity, hunger, walang ibang makakapagbigay niyan kundi ang mga players mismo. And we need to have that every single game. Now, for Cignal, it all comes down to one thing. How we want to be remembered, we defended our title. Back-to-back is the goal. Back to you, Ayel and Mings.
That was beautifully put by Fiona Bacani. The thing is, people, even us, tend to take those reports for granted because you hear it a lot about Cignal. And that in itself is the beauty of the program of Coach Dexter Clamore. The fact that they're this consistent. 9-time champions and they keep on playing at a high level. Big kudos to them.
They've got to stay hungry, as he mentioned. And right now, you see the eagerness of the Super Spikers to actually get to number 2, Wendell Miguel, with an explosive attack and that sequence.
That's a guy who will never take things for granted. Wendell Miguel always plays with fire.
Shows up big all the time.
Barbie coming up big there. Was able to use the hands of the blockers.
And it really shows how this Alpha Insurance protectors aren't intimidated at all by the Super Spikers. They're just finding all ways to score. You could clearly see how undersized San Andres in the front row.
There's the sizable JM Ronquillo going down the line.
Taking advantage of the smaller block that time of Barbie San Andres. The cleanest attack so far from Ronquillo.
Right. He had a lot of that in their previous game versus VNS. Oh! Almost an ace. Great effort by JM Apolinario, giving them a chance. Apolinario, sorry, that was Ronquillo, who could not give us a point. And instead, it's Alpha who will score, courtesy of Francis Casas.
Cignal continues to try to figure out how they can slow down these attacks from the insurance protectors.
Timeout, Coach Dex. They're up 10-8.
It matters. Hindi pwedeng puro sorry. It matters. Out of system play. 3-man, dalawa sila. Hindi pwedeng ganyan. Pahalagahan natin bawat bola. Block na dapat yun. Bumitaw pa tayo. Come on. Let's go. Lagyan natin disiplina yung ginagawa natin sa loob ng court. Disiplina. Let's go!
Let's go!
Hey, Cignal Super!
Mataas din talaga ang level of accountability if
yeah.
you're a part of the Cignal Super Spikers as they continue to hold that high standard for themselves. Coach Dex, kung sa tingin niyo mataas na yung standard niya, nanggaling pa siya sa World Championship. Mas lalo pa pang tumaas yan dahil kay Coach Angelino Frigoni.
I mean, they are 2 points up, but he still calls for a timeout.
And there's the response that they wanted, but there was a net touch as well.
Just trying to rewire the mindset of his players back on the game.
It is 11-8. JM Ronquillo. The sound was not flattering.
The contact from the ball, he knew that that was gonna go wide.
May tawag ba kayo doon as players? Wala.
No.
Malutong, gano'n. Walang gano'n.
Wala.
1-2 for EJ Casanya. This is a free ball. Prudenciado. Casanya. Ronquillo. Smart tip.
Yep. And well-executed attack also coming from Ronquillo, going for that explosive approach and changing the tempo in the last second.
That increases the lead to 3 points for the Super Spikers. This is Jao Mandal. Attack point so far in this set, +1 for Cignal. Kimzon could not score. One more. Onto his teammate now, Rocky Motol. D-ball. Wow, what a block. Rocky Motol.
A one-man block against JM Ronquillo, who has got the hot hands right now. The reason why Casania went to set him up. Wow.
That has to be one of the best feelings in volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
The one-man block.
Exactly. Against a strong attacker.
Save here for Alpha. They go back row. Almost a point. Free ball. Apolinario. Onto Himzon there. Miguel to counter. Practically a chance. Good
great
block by Wendell. Oh! Ang hirap na nun. Even for Vince Himzon.
Exactly. And you have to credit Wendell Miguel for sticking with Himzon the entire time. A lot of attempts for Himzon, but Wendell Miguel forcing him to commit that error.
He's been relatively checked here in set number 2, Vince Himzon. And now that's going to be an ace for Lloyd Josafat.
And the Super Spikers starting to pull away here. Service ace there for Josafat.
That's a float.
Oh yeah, dropped in the last second.
Himzon, hang time. This guy is must-watch TV.
Oh yeah, and he's not just good, he's not just athletic, but he's very resilient as well. That's the reason why it's hard to put him down as a player. Made an error but bounced back right away.
11-14. Miguel denied. Good coverage by Prudenciado. Wendell again. JP Bugawan. His turn to score.
Perfectly avoiding Himzon that time. But you sense from the reaction of Himzon that he almost got JP Bugawan jumping with him, but Bugawan had a better angle to score that point.
What a matchup though. JP
yeah.
Bugawan versus Vince Himzon. Ben San Andres. Good denial by Cignal. Barbie sends it through. Casania kneeling set. Wendell, cross court.
Great connection by Casania and Miguel.
Two veterans doing some magic for Cignal and increasing their lead to 5 points.
Sobrang saya ko kasi matagal ako nawala sa Cignal eh. Kasi ilang months din yun. So, masaya ulit ako na
We are back inside the Paco Arena in Manila. A place that we dearly miss, by the way. There really is a certain vibe. I don't know how to describe it. The music also has helped us today.
It has pumped us up.
May moments na solemn, may moments na party time. But with that hit of Wendell Miguel, that's a trigger for party time for
Oh
Cignal.
yeah, for sure. More energy here, higher energy shown by Cignal, especially with this lead. Let's see if they will be able to protect this one.
16-11, service in for EJ Casania. Motol, defense to offense. Good read by Jao Mandal. The block by Barbie. It's JM. Again, that's a smaller blocker in front of him.
And Ronquillo is taking advantage of his length advantage against San Andres, who went for the full block already, the full swing to go up against Ronquillo.
Now 17-11. This is relatively a big lead already in this game, but San Andres says we want it closer.
And Apolinario also picking up the pace here. Fast low sets to the attackers, beating the net defense of Cignal.
Isn't it such a luxury for Coach Mike to have JM Apolinario as his setter?
For sure.
Remember, that's a guy who not only makes his work do the talking as Ronquillo goes down the line, but Apolinario is also an assistant coach for Galleries Tower. So you know, that's maturity for you. That's an added
Oh
perspective.
yeah, that's true. And he is able to apply it in every game so far.
18-12. Was it the toss?
It was the height of the toss. And the contact as well, going really sharp that time. Well, they have to be careful. Yes, they're on the lead, but again, Alpha Insurance have a strong end game.
Ronquillo says, I have my own end game. I want to end this set.
He has scored consecutive points here for the Super Spikers.
They have a timeout.
Hinga lang muna. Pinapahirapan tayo sa doon sa opposite side. Kailangan tibayan natin yung depensa natin sa likod. Ha? Maiangat lang natin. Okay? So, taas ang pinapalo, Barbie, kahit paano timingan mo. Ha? Tulong tayo sa block. Ha? Sige.
Okay.
Pag nababagal natin galing sa block, kailangan maibalik na natin yung bola, ha? O, sige, tara.
We always hear that and talk about that in volleyball. Timing.
Yep.
It's all about timing, even though you have a height disadvantage from time to time. But it's also easier said than done.
Exactly, especially when the rally is ongoing, when the other team is changing tempo, playing faster, playing slower. So you've got to adjust quick as well.
19-13. San Andres. Hole in the middle.
Now you have to also give half of the point to Billy Anima, who was a perfect decoy that time, pulling in Josafat.
That trims the lead down to 5. Barbie proceeds to the back. Nice pass by Jao. Josafat activated, but it was sent back. Dala sa kanan. No point for JM Ronquillo. Counter from Casas, who will score against 2 blockers.
A good transition there for the insurance protectors. Casas converting that one, but showing good floor defense that time as well.
One more for Barbie. Safer serve. Omandal. Great block. Was that Billy?
Yep. Omandal trying to avoid Casas going cross court. His more comfortable angle, but Billy Anima just right in time to close that block. Again, we mentioned timing is everything.
Billy Anima had 6 blocks versus Savage. Crazy stats for him. Ronquillo. Takeda right there for the save. Back set. Nice counter by Alpha.
A good run here for the Alpha Insurance. Starting to get the rhythm back here in the end stretch. Great decision as well for Apolinario to go for that reverse set. Blockers will still transitioning on the side of Cignal.
Don't look now. It's down to a 1-point lead. 18-19. Oh, no. They corrected it. Let me double check that. It seems to be 17-19. Oh, no. It's 16-19. There you go. Rocky Motol making it 17-19. We have a timeout as we continue to double check our official score here inside the Paco Arena. But Alpha will gladly take that point from Rocky.
Diba? Slug, you need to jump in front of the setter. Ay, nako. Sistema tayo. Okay. Next ball. Come on, let's go.
Next ball. Go.
Hey, Cignal!
So the official score is 18-19.
Just a 1-point game now. Again, Alpha Insurance making a good run here. They've been playing catch-up all throughout. Cignal has been controlling this set, but let's see.
Attack points even at 12 in the set. Umandal, whoa! That ball bounced so high, it went above our lights here inside the Paco Arena.
Now, there was also a net touch violation called on Billy Anima.
Double sub made by Cignal, but they're gonna have to do it properly. This is a universal thing for volleyball. There is a protocol to it.
Yep.
Hindi pwede nagmamadali. And so, we redo the substitution. CNC lang and J-Rack de la Noche in for Casanya and Ronquillo.
Double sub. Coach Dex wants a complete front draw. That's a replay of that power spike of Umandal earlier.
Still a funny reaction by Billy. Pambawi naman, Rocky Motol.
Just the same amount of power and speed for Rocky Motol. Wow, really the athleticism of these attackers on the side of Alpha Insurance has been challenging the defense of Cignal.
Lead back down to 1. Service specialist Romel Baptista is back in the game. Approaching crunch time in set number 2. De la Noche, great sound of that ball on the block.
And that's a confidence booster kind of block. Motol with his second one-man block, showing that he is one of the better blockers here on the side of Alpha Insurance.
Hinabol niya yun sa lagay na yun. Deadlock at 20, a virtual race to 5. Josafat will answer back. That's a much-needed side out by Cignal.
And both teams firing bullets right now to each other. Let's take a second look on that. Josafat with a great swing. And an open block as well, right in the middle. You can't have that against Josafat.
Chao Mandal's turn to serve. Rocky Motol, the hot hand. It's chased by Prudenciado. Chance ball, Van recovers. Combination. It works, and Rocky Motol just had to strut afterwards.
And with this combination plays, you see how good the chemistry is of the Alpha Insurance, just connecting again and again. Wow, Motol playing it smart, finding zone 2 open.
I love those types of celebrations. 21 all. What a game. Now we have Jerome Lopez off the double sub. That also means JJ Javelona is back in. Josafat, he's been the answer.
Yep. Avoiding him zone again this time. No slow attacks here on the side of the Super Spikers.
Piso-piso ang ating talaan. 22-21, Cignal. Lopez to the open. Rocky denied.
Now, an important point there for a bit of separation here for the Super Spikers.
This is a timeout for Coach Mike Santos. They're down by 2, 21-23 off of this rejection. J-Rack de la Noche working well with JP Bugawan.
Parang i-trouble, tulak mo sa likod, ha? Iwan mo si JJ dito. Pag kailangan, ako lang yung JJ dito. Ha? Pwede yan.
Sabi nga sa coverage.
Sige, tara. Vince, kailangan makuha mo yung middle, ha? Let's go. Padalay ng konti. Alba!
Let's go! Let's go!
You know, what a year it has been as well for Coach Mike Santos. A part of the PLDT coaching staff with Coach Arnold Danyog. Back-to-back champions.
Yep.
And now he brings in this lineup in the Spikers turf. They want a Grand Slam in the PVL, but he can actually achieve his own Grand Slam. 23-21. There you go. JJ Javelona scoring from the right pin.
Perfectly executing what Coach Mike was instructing them earlier on the timeout. Avelona powering through the hands of Wendell Miguel.
Rocky on the serve. Wendell, lot of power there, but it's still saved. Chance ball, Prudenciado. Silang on to JP Bugawan. It's still put up, and that won't be legal anymore. A tough angle for JJ Javelona.
But Alpha Insurance trying to keep their rallies alive with great digs. But again, one of the strengths of the Super Spikers is their offense, and it is showing right now.
We have 2 set points for the Cignal Super Spikers. Serving for the set is J-Rock de la Noche. Nice serve. Javelona above, beyond, that was long. And so we're done with set number 2.
Now, a bit of scare there for the Super Spikers with a good run by the Alpha Insurance, but Super Spikers able to recompose and finish with poise in set number 2.
So for the second straight game for these 2 squads, they will have an extended matchup in the Spikers Turf Invitational. We are back to square one set apiece. We are back for Alpha Insurance taking on the Cignal Super Spikers. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Ayel Estraniero and Fiona Bacani. If you missed the first 2 sets, boy, did you miss a lot. Great action so far between these 2 teams. Talk about high-quality volleyball. Cignal just had to equalize. Obviously, they're a team that has to respond. They like to respond as the veteran team, the champion team that they are.
And the Cignal showed a lot of maturity and composure in set number 2. You know, given the run of the Alpha Insurance in the end stretch of the set, putting more pressure in them, but they handled it better here in set number 2. But again, you have to admire the resilience and tenacity of Alpha Insurance, fighting for every point, you know, keeping it very close. As you see the numbers right now, Cignal still playing better in attacks, but only a point difference, 16 against the 15 of Alpha Insurance. More kill block for Alpha Insurance. They have 3 against the 2 of the Super Spikers, but the biggest difference here for the Super Spikers is their errors. They were able to trim it down to 4 against the 6 of the Alpha Insurance.
Difference of 5 in terms of errors for the Cignal Super Spikers, and even in the scorers, you'd be very impressed because the middle blockers have been activated.
Oh, yeah. And that has been the goal, clearly, to play faster offense so far for the Super Spikers. Bugawan leading the way with 8 points together with Josafat, but Ronquillo also with 8. Meanwhile, for Alpha Insurance, you've got Himzon at 9, Motol also with a 9, and a lot of support from the other players like Casas and San Andres. So all players, almost all players in both teams involved in attacking. That's how good the game has been so far.
Which also means we give shout-outs to EJ Casanya and JM Apolinario.
Yep.
Even the liberos. You have Van Prudenciado, who has seen a lot of minutes in anticipation as well of the departure of Vince Lorenzo. Remember, come the semifinals, our Las Filipinas players will be gone.
Yep.
As they would train for our Southeast Asian Games. So that's actually quite a concern for Cignal. If you think about it, apat ang mawawala. Louis Ramirez, Vince Lorenzo, who else? Lloyd Josafat and Owa Retamar. Advantage yan for a team like Alpha.
Exactly. It's full of talents, but they won't miss any in the entire tournament.
So we're about to begin set number 3 here inside the Paco Arena in Manila. If you could make it to the venue, why not? It's a great game.
It's gonna be a long one.
San Andres tried to use his left hand, denied by Ronquillo. Onto the right now.
And a perfect bump set coming from Apolinario, who was all the way here in the left pin.
And the fact that it was a bump set, does that make it even more impressive?
Yep. And connected very well with Casas that time.
First point to Alpha. Wendell got a hand. We saw the trajectory change.
Yep. Nanima also admitting to that.
So we have ones across the board once again. Wendell Miguel will be serving. He was the best player versus VNS last Monday, having scored 17 points on 58% attack efficiency, by the way.
Great set. Ooh,
Dip.
wow.
The save by Prudenciado. Back row now. Tip as well. Pancake save. On to the right. Denial. And the chase. Whoa! At that point, we were just concerned about the health of JM Apolinario. It's not a joke when you go crashing onto our LED screens.
Exactly, but take a look at that pancake save of Monato earlier.
What a set by Rocky Potol with a bit more animation. 2-1 Cignal. Easy reception for Rocky. Defense to offense. No point yet.
Good set.
The counter with Zhao. Pancake by Apolinario. And a free ball. Ooh, overpass. One more. Umandal, tight. Led it the right
rally.
way. Nice setup for the back row. How about that adjustment by Apolinario?
Really, the playmaking of Apolinario has done the biggest difference here for the offense of Alpha Insurance.
The way he twists his hands, very impressive.
And finding the right attacker at the right time.
2-all. That was outside. Will Alpha challenge it? We haven't seen a lot of challenges in this match. Ball in, ball out po tayo. From the side of Coach Mike Santos.
You see the entire squad of Alpha Insurance pointing on the floor, which is signing that it was ball in. But let's see. Cignal did look convinced that it was out. And they were the closest to that ball. So we'll see.
I'm laughing because umabot na ba tayo sa point na magaling na magtago ng emosyon, ng thoughts of players natin? Well, it was out.
Yeah.
And it was close.
Very close.
So it seemed like nobody was hiding anything after all. That was a good contest. JP Bugawan now serves. They're up 3-2 in set number 3. Rocky.
Oh, good save.
bump onto Zhao. Good chance to counter. Ooh. A lot of athleticism displayed there by Alpha, but the attack was too wide
Yep.
by Himzon.
Himzon also had to use his left hand that time. Yep, it's too much anger also on that for Himzon.
4-2 now. Off the nice pass. Yeah, it was a tough set. That was really tight for Casas.
Too tight, too fast on that set. He knew Apolinari wanted to go for a fast set to beat the blockers, but that cost them the error that time.
What happened there? Did he avoid the net?
Casas tried to...
No, Apolinario.
Yep, he did. It was almost an overpass. Again, Alpha Insurance. Quick.
They want to check ball
Nope.
here.
Yep. But this is a bit risky.
Iba yung asta ni JM Apolinario. Alam na alam niya may check ball. At umami na nga ang signal.
Try to test if they will call for the challenge or not.
Ooh, now it's an ace. Francis Casas.
There was a miscue between Josafat and Umandal. No, the nets lowered down the ball and that disrupted their timing. Casas will be credited at service ace.
Tough dig, but it's still inside.
Yep.
Now the denial. That's the dig by Takeda and the block by Himzon.
And the set was also too low there for Josafat. Did not have enough space to adjust. And Himzon again way above Josafat. Wow.
Just like that, we're tied again. 5-all.
Closer start here again.
Umandal, ganda ng buwelo. Just had to avoid the net. He will get the point. Oh, was there a net touch? Zhao seemed to have touched the net. Point belongs to Alpha.
Tried to hide it.
Yeah.
The way he reacted.
You know what? That might not have helped, the way he reacted. Because he kept it there.
Yep.
Parang nakaiwas siya sa net. 6-5. Pabawi. Not yet. The chase by JM. Motol sends it through. Off the chance. Umandal. There you go.
The better set this time from Casania. Umandal looking very comfortable with that one. His usual full swing and a great contact on that ball.
Nothing much that Takeda could do anymore. 6-all in set 3. This is JM Ronquillo. One-handed set.
Great.
Oh!
Wow. Himzon faked that one.
That was crazy. Could have been a highlight already. The push by JM. Casania onto the open. Umandal is denied. I still can't get over the Himzon double pump.
Stayed in the air for a bit, and went for the tip, which looked like he was gonna go for an attack, but he transitions really fast in defense as well. He's up on the net.
That's gonna go long for Rocky Motol. Back and forth we go here in set 3. Guys, you better cancel your dinner plans. This is not ending anytime soon.
No more dinner plans.
Halos pa midnight snack na. Magiging kainan natin mamaya. But, that in itself is a testament to what we're seeing right now. This is great Philippine men's volleyball. Beautiful sound off the block. San Andres, that's gonna fall short.
He wanted to outsmart Cignal that time. Just fell short on that power.
Technical timeout, Cignal leading us 8-7.
You are still watching the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Now, moving from Laguna to Manila to pursue his dreams wasn't an easy journey for Vince Himzon. Kunento niya na sa una mahirap kasi na homesick siya at hindi siya sanay na malayo sa magulang niya. Now, even years later, his family support never fades. Lagi nilang inaabangan mga games ko, sabi nga niya. And it's this kind of love and support that gets him through tough moments in his volleyball career. Itong klaseng paniniwala raw ang pinaghuhugutan niya ng lakas. Now, there have been so many sacrifices for him to be here at sabi niya na hanggat bata pa ako, gusto ko sulitin lahat. Pinaghirapan ko to, andito na ako. Hanggat meron akong kakayahang makisabayan, kukunin ko lahat. Hindi lang para sa akin, pero para rin sa kanila. Balik sa inyo, Migs, and ayan.
That is the dreamer. That is
Yep.
Vince Himzon. He's certainly achieved his dreams with what he has done with Detran here in the Spikers Turf. He continues to do so. Can you just imagine the strides that he's making right now? He's taking on national team players.
Living the dream and working hard to compete in a higher level for Vince Himzon. And you see it the way he celebrates every point.
Tatangkad pa kaya yan? Kasi kung tatangkad pa yan, that could be
It's
a
gonna be
future star in the
a beast.
national team. Yeah. That's Nasguaza. Talk about an undersized middle blocker, but is effective in the Spikers Turf.
And again, this is a show of the depth of the lineup of the Super Spikers. Nasguaza off the bench scoring.
Guaza also making his first appearance in the tournament. He sat out the previous game. That's an easy return for Wendell Miguel.
Yep. Great sense of urgency that time, putting the ball down right away. They will need every point with how close the game is.
Another serve for Nasguaza. Nice. Anima could not send it through. Polinario now to Barbie.
San Andres, not intimidated at all. Again, blocker is always up against him, but finds a way to get through.
10-all now. Back row. That looked good for Zhao.
Yep. Jao Mandal finding the holes on the floor defense of Alpha Insurance. Again, from the back row, going zone 1. No one there.
One-handed set onto Billy Anima. Nice save by Alpha.
Much needed activation in the middle for Alpha Insurance.
You have a challenge though, reaching beyond the net. Sumobra na nga ba?
It was Apolinario trying to save that ball. Almost an overpass, trying to set up Billy Anima. Well, Apolinario was gesturing that, nope.
Wala. From my perspective though, this could be close.
Yep. Coach Dex was very much convinced that there was a reaching beyond violation.
That being said, we'll leave it to the machines. Ito na. Oh, that's legal.
Oh, yeah. The entire ball is on the court of Alpha Insurance, so that was a good save from Apolinario.
It is 11-all. More ones on the board. Barbie. It's Ronquillo. Saved by Alpha. Bump set to the left. Rocky in between the blockers. Still not down. Good block. Billy Anima and Francis Casas working together.
Alpha Insurance with an all-around game so far. This time, slowing down the offense of the Super Spikers. The veteran Wendell Miguel closed down. No coverage for Cignal.
Coach Mike. I love that reaction. Low-key lang yan, coach na yan eh.
Yeah. But he knows what his players are capable of. They're up by a point right now.
Block points 9-6 in total for this matchup.
Alpha having 2 more.
Whoa, that's number 10 now for Alpha Insurance.
Billy Anima saying no entry to JP Bugawan, who probably has the highest vertical on the side of Cignal.
Just the reaction from Billy. I'm happy he's still playing.
Oh yeah, even if he's coaching also. One of the assistant coaches for the Petrogas Angels, talking about Billy Anima.
I thought he was going to retire after the UAAP. He also took his master's, right? And finished it, to my knowledge.
So he's here and playing, looking like his peak.
At least hindi nalalayo yung kulay niya. Green pa rin dito sa Spikers turf. It is now 12 serving 13. You're seeing the service errors in this set. Certainly a lot more in the previous sets. Bit tight.
Yeah.
And an easy shutdown by Ronquillo and Bugawan.
A well-established block there for Ronquillo and Bugawan. Moto did not have any other angles.
What a front line this is. Ronquillo, Bugawan, and Umandal. That's height luxury for Cignal. Tip. Pancake.
Oh, great save from Provinciado.
And a chance ball. Motol. That goes through this time for Rocky.
Yep. He's not gonna get blocked twice. Great adjustment that time. Also taking advantage of the loose block of Bugawan. Anima pulling in Bugawan for a while there.
I love how Billy celebrates.
Again, it gives a lot of energy to his squad.
Alam niya na kahit hindi siya yung pumuntos, naging party siya nun. Just as you credited him, as now, the attack went wide for Jao Umanda.
Man, Alpha Insurance up by 2 points right now, 15-13.
By the way, this is the 5th match to have been extended so far in the Invitational Conference, but none has gone 5 sets.
Yep.
Denial against Motol. One more. Rocky, sharp cross. Jao pushes it through. Chance ball. 1-2 play. San Andres puts it in.
Barbie San Andres finding zone 1 open, and they're celebrating like it was a 25th point.
Technical timeout. Alpha Insurance will lead us to it 16-13 in set number 3. Alam mo, Ayel, ang swerte mo rin, no? Kasi nung time mo, wala pa masyadong ganyang feature, eh.
Safe. Mark safe.
Sabi mo, ultimo yung mga video mo sa kwarto mo, nahahanap na ng production team.
You've got your social media footprint up in there.
It does raise the energy inside the arena.
It does. Alpha Insurance pumped up.
Great response, though, by the other guy who came from FEU. JP Bugawan.
You mentioned it was a lethal front row for the Super Spikers. And Bugawan scoring a much-needed point there to trim down the gap.
14-16. Nice pass. Kinzon reaching for it. Ronquillo. This is a chance ball. Manato bumps it to the right. And a point off the block for Francis Casas.
Casas has been efficient. Always two blockers, but he knows how to utilize to go for the block touches.
Casas now with 11 points after only having 3 in their opener. Humandal. That's saved by Himzon. Set up to the left. Motol. How about that? Transition.
Oh, yeah.
Defense to offense for Alpha.
And they are in sync, talking about the Alpha Insurance. Take a look at that one. A rebound, a save from Himzon, and a nice set coming from Apolinario.
JM has owned this game, and now it's an ace. Francis Casas adding more to his own tally. Coach Mike Santos remains nonchalant at the sideline.
Now, he knows the game is not yet over. Cignal is a more experienced team here, but this is a good lead that they are in right now against the defending champions.
By the way, Casas has a dozen, Himzon has a dozen, Motol has 11. And we give credit to Apolinario, who has 15 excellent sets.
And again, keeping everyone involved.
Jared Schnacky back in. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, not the best of passes. Jared attacks. Back row. Against 3 blockers. No problem for Barbie.
Barbie San Andres still finding the small gaps in a 3-man block. Take a second look on that one. In between Guaza and Ronquillo that time.
It is now 20-14 in set 3. Jared Schnacky. That's dug up by Takeda. Motol. Denied. A much needed side out by Cignal.
And Cignal starting to load up on their net defense. You see 3 blockers jumping again and again.
J-Rac de la Noche will now check in for JM Ronquillo. Double sub on the other end. We have Lopez and Javelona replacing Apolinario and Casas. De la Noche will proceed to the service line. We have our attacks here in set number 3, obviously much better for Alpha. But this is actually a bit of a concern for Cignal. They're only at 17% efficiency. And that's not going to help.
And everything going well right now on the side of Alpha Insurance. Boosting their confidence here.
Serving Rocky Motol. Back row, Louis Ramirez.
A lot of power on that attack of Louis Ramirez. From the back row that time. Almost an open block for Ramirez.
What's the call? Net touch?
Overreaching.
Overreaching.
No, called on Silang. Cignal has to recompose here. They were able to do that in set number 2. But clearly right now they are feeling the pressure with Alpha Insurance. 3 points away and taking the advantage.
Serving Vince Himzon. Jared, that's short.
Yep.
It's too low by Jared Schnacky. 4 touches called on them.
And Cignal will try to challenge this one, I believe. Might as well try. And they still have, I believe, 2 more challenges in this set. So a block touch challenge for the Super Spikers, trying to save that point.
Okay yung tunog ng challenge natin dito. Imposibleng hindi mo marinig. It's like an emergency. So we're challenging the block touch. This is replay the point as it is successful for the Super Spikers.
Good challenge there for Coach Dex.
I wonder what Coach Mike was saying though to our referees. You can see a lot of frustration. 22-16 is the tally. Louis Ramirez got a hand off the rebound. San Andres, ganda nun, papunta sa gitna.
A good set coming from Lopez. You have to mention this double sub of Alpha Insurance has been highly effective. Lopez and Avellona. But San Andres that time can't leave one block against Barbie San Andres.
23-16 now. Silang goes to Guaza.
Quick side out for the Super Spikers. A much needed one. This is quite a big gap that they need to close down.
Guaza now proceeds to the back. Alpha players shouting, dalawa. That's what they need. A nice serve by Nas Guaza. San Andres still able to find the back.
And Barbie San Andres in their first match against Savoj also showed that he can be a clutch player. Once he's on the front row, you can expect him to deliver the points. And that's also the reason why Lopez has been setting him up. Zone 1 continues to be a big hole for the Super Spikers.
Now 7 set points for the Alpha Insurance Protectors. There's your ultimate protector right now in San Andres. Apolinario is back in. Ooh. Late reaction by Prudenciado, and well, JP Bugawan was still able to put it through.
Yep. A short set, but Bugawan enough power to get through the hands of Billy Anima.
Still 6 set points. Silang needs 6 straight serves. That's gonna fall short.
And Barbie apologizes right away. Tough set also.
(19-24). Not the ideal pass. Backs it onto Casas. Denial by Cignal. They save another set point.
Cignal trying to keep it here, trying to extend the game.
Now a timeout for Coach Mike Santos. They're feeling the pressure a bit.
Pakaling ko ng line na mahaba.
Kailangan lang natin makipasa ng maayos. Ha? Isang paso maganda lang. Sino nasa harapan ng middle? Kailangan makuha mo yung middle, ha? Hiwalay mo na yung ano. Sige, let's go.
Hoy, atin na to! Huwag natin ibigay, ha?
Kalma. Isa lang yan.
Tara, say Alma! Hoy, kasi ito papalo, tapang over sa likod, ha?
Narinig mo yun? Over sa likod. Kanina pa ginagawa ni Barbie San Andres yun eh.
He's just playing smart volleyball. He knows that the floor defense of Cignal has some vulnerability as well.
24-20. Off the better pass. Barbie tried to get a check. They will challenge. He was very much convinced that there was.
Yeah, but no one's admitting on the side of the Super Spikers.
So we leave it to the machines. Sometimes the adrenaline is too high. Even our blockers won't feel the ball.
But Barbie San Andres has been the biggest scorer in this tail end, getting majority of the sets, being trusted to score.
This could potentially end the set or trim the lead down to 3 points. Wala, malinis. So Cignal is still alive here in set number 3. Another serve for Silang.
Well, for Silang, there's no room for errors anymore. He has to stay perfect.
They've had 3 straight points so far. Pambawi, not yet. Apolinario, same attacker. That's dug up by Cian. Push on to the left. Cross court, read well by Alpha. San Andres again. Took so many tries.
Yep.
Finally, it worked.
He won't be denied that time. Again, showing a lot of perseverance. Getting all the sets, had to score it on his third attempt. Not giving up that time. Using the hands to score. Whew. Wow.
Are you not entertained?
I'm
What a
very
game
much
so far.
entertained.
We'll be back for set number 4. Back inside the Paco Arena in Manila. It is Alpha Insurance now up 2-1 against the defending champions, the Cignal Super Spikers. What a set 3 that was, especially by the end when they created separation. Barbie San Andres, the main catalyst. Now he's also in the mix with 12 points. Himzon has 12, Casa has 12, Motol 11 points as well.
Well, clearly a team effort, and we keep mentioning it. We have to credit Apolinario for a balanced playmaking so far, but it was a seesaw battle in the start of set number 3. But again, as you mentioned, Alpha Insurance able to pull away with their consistency and execution, and that's something the Super Spikers need to work on in set number 4. As you see the numbers, the past sets, usually it's the Super Spikers having more attack points, but in set number 3, the Alpha Insurance have 4 more. They have 12 against the 8 of Cignal. Take a look at the net defense. High quality blocking so far. 5 kill blocks apiece. A good high number in one set, and both teams committing almost the same number of errors, just 2 more for Alpha Insurance. And but they were able to make it up with their 2 service aces.
Yes. There you see some fans for the Alpha Insurance Protectors. I'm happy, to see a fan base like that enter the Spikers turf. Obviously, when you start, diba, develop pa lang yan, but now you even attract a PBL player like Sheila Kiseo into the Paco Arena. Not sure though who she's supporting. Might be a Cignal player. Do you have an idea?
No idea. But the good thing is she's here. She's supporting men's volleyball.
Well, Sheila's assistant coach in PLDT is Coach Mike Santos. So
It's
Coach,
just trying to connect the dots here.
nahuhula lang po kami. For all we know, there might be a bigger reason, but we welcome her and everybody else to our coverage. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Ayel Estranero and Fiona Bacani, who's done a splendid job today. A triple header for Fiona.
Wow.
Tignan lang natin kung ito magiging unang 5-set match natin sa Invitational Conference. Cignal wants that for sure. Different idea though for Francis Casas and company.
Alpha Insurance wants an upset. Again, they are playing against the defending champions, but Alpha Insurance taking it 1 point at a time.
The Protectors beat Savage in 4 sets in their previous outing. Let me go back a little bit here. In one of their preseason tournaments, they actually went up against Cignal in the finals. And they lost them in 3 sets, but all with a score of 25-23. So that's already a testament to their development, and now they continue scoring.
And right now, they know that this is a set they need to grab. They don't want a fifth set talking about Alpha Insurance.
2-love in set 4. Barbie San Andres serving. Sharp one at that. Nice denial by Billy Anima. That's tight. And it won't go through for Louis Ramirez.
Clearly 4 touches there. And they won't challenge at all. That was clear. A strong start for Alpha Insurance.
Yung crowd ng Alpha Insurance parang may bagong dating. Mas maingay sila ngayon eh.
Cheering louder this time.
Nakatapos lang ang trabaho. Pero umabot sa Paco Arena. Tough save there by Apolinario. Motol still hit it. Oh my goodness! What a sequence for Alpha Insurance.
Exactly. And this is why Alpha Insurance is a difficult team to play against with. They are scrappy in defense. They're hardworking. They try to keep the rally alive. And they have players like those who can attack out of system. So they've got everyone they need.
It is now 4 serving 0. De La Noche, super spike from the right pin.
De La Noche starting in this 4th set. Firing right away with his power hit. 1 block clearly not enough for De La Noche.
Off that much needed side out. Let's see if Cignal can continue. That's a nice pass. Motol approaching quickly, and he walks away in his celebration.
And you see the flick of the wrist, really putting more power and speed on that attack. Take a look at that one. The follow through in between the blockers and, of course, the celebration.
We love that. I hope, if it's possible, I'd like to see a highlight reel of celebrations. Diba? Ang saya siguro panoorin no, dito sa Spikers Turf.
A lot of good ones, especially in this match.
It's 2-5. Him's on. That's still safe. Chance ball. That is Casas from the right. And you know, I started noticing something. The formation is quite different when you have Himzon and Motol.
Yep.
Parang ang nangyayari, nagmi-middle si Motol. Tapos nasa kaliwa si Himzon.
Exactly. Now, the combination plays.
Ramirez, cross court.
Ramirez with 3 blockers there, still getting that through and finding zone 5 open.
I'd imagine if there's somebody who wants to make a statement from Cignal, it's Louis Ramirez. Because we're seeing NCAA stars for Alpha. Remember, before they were the best of the best, it was Louis Ramirez's league. That goes wide for Louis.
And this is a strong start again for Alpha Insurance with a 4-point lead. And they just need this set to get a win against Cignal.
Motol on the serve, Ramirez on the receive. That's Wendell Miguel. Takeda back setting on to Barbie. The cross was read by Vince Lorenzo. Wendell again. Sharp cross. Barbie. Read well by Vince Lorenzo. And here's Wendell. He will score off the block.
Taking advantage of the shorter blocker in Apolinario that time. Much needed point again. All points hard fought here for the Super Spikers.
You know, I'd say this is a scary sight for Cignal opponents when you see Wendell Miguel being more and more aggressive.
Yep.
Barbie, ganda ng tunog ng bola doon, and that's gonna go out off of Cignal. Is it the acoustics of the Paco Arena? But the sound of the ball getting hit today, it's been beautiful. 8-4.
You are still watching the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. After a while away from the league, Barbie San Andres is finally back on the Spikers Turf, a comeback built on perseverance and passion. Now, this wasn't easy. Barbie missed a full conference, pulled out to focus on the NCAA, and faced challenges that tested his love for the game, but through it all, Barbie never gave up. Now, Barbie's first game back wasn't perfect. They struggled to find rhythm, especially against more veteran opponents. But Barbie focused on defense, on helping the team in any way that they could. For Barbie, volleyball isn't just a sport. Buhay niya raw ito. Hindi ko ma-imagine yung buhay ko na wala to, sabi niya. And now, the message to the next generation is to just never stop chasing your passion. Study hard, play harder, and keep finding ways to improve. Because for Barbie San Andres, every serve, every dive, every comeback is proof that the love for the game just never fades. Back to you, Migs, and ayan.
Thank you, Fiona, for that report. Punong-puno yun. A lot of information about Barbie. What stood out to me, among others, inuna ni Fiona yung study hard.
Yep.
I like that reminder to our students out there. Realistically naman talaga, when you're an athlete, you know, you'd still want a backup for yourself.
You're a student first before an athlete. That's why it's student-athlete.
And your longevity,
Yep.
hanggang ilang taon ka lang din naman maglalaro. Barbie, returning here in the Spikers Turf, has seen much success. The Navigators Iloilo, VNS as well. Here he is. Ooh, way under. No more contest on a touch.
And a good run here for the Super Spikers. Now they've been slowing down the offense of Barbie San Andres, who scored multiple points in the tail end of set number 3.
A 3-0 run. That's not going to help.
Now this is an important set for Cignal. They need to stay consistent if they want to extend this match.
And by the way, the next match of Cignal will be against Chris Cross. You'd want to end this game on a very high note.
Oh yeah, exactly.
De La Noche got a hand. Takeda centers it. Back row, Motol.
Good dig.
Counter from the left.
Wow.
Not yet done. San Andres. There was a ball touch there.
And Motol with an excellent dig.
There you see our supporters of Alpha Insurance. May iba dyan, mga nakahabol, no?
Yep.
Kitang-kita mo naman.
And they've been present also since first game, really showing up for their squad.
That was last Monday.
Yep.
In the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Nice. Quite a signature for JP Bugawan.
Power tip for JP Bugawan. But you see a lot of attempts on the floor defense of Alpha Insurance.
They're really playing loosely. Talking about Alpha Insurance. Nice pass. Anima with some hang time. He pushes it through. De La Noche with a tip. It's Barbie. Off speed. Nice.
Barbie has been outsmarting the Super Spikers. We have to mention, Cignal is also a good digging team, but right now, Barbie San Andres just putting a lot of variety in her attacks.
It is now 11-8. 15 attack points for Barbie San Andres. J-Rack almost scored. Good defense by Takeda. Motol. A chance for Cignal. They send it to the open. Louis Ramirez has been a man on a mission.
Yep. Has been the go-to so far. Has been the efficient attacker up in the front row of the Super Spikers.
Something has also changed in terms of his movement in this set. He looks
Faster.
to be, yeah.
Yep, more aggressive. A lot of power attacks, talking about Ramirez. Oh, great dig from Wendell.
Bit of a stare as well. Louis could not score there. Banato will bump it to the right. The push by Casas outsmarting the defense.
The reaction of Billy Anima. And again, Alpha Insurance making it look so easy to score points like this against the Super Spikers. But this is all about quick thinking and execution.
That's gonna be an ace. React again, Billy. Why don't you?
And again, those reactions keeping the energy high on the side of Alpha Insurance.
Parang pahihirapan ng Alpha Insurance sa pag-select ng best player itong si Ayel. Good luck, partner. Cignal will also try to make your job even harder as they try to storm their way back. 13-9.
Tapos nag-aasahan kayo sa loob ng court.
Spikers Turf continues.
Ay, hindi dapat ganyan yung mindset. Dapat ang mindset mas aggressive kasi naghahabol tayo. Advantage ulit. Let's go, let's go. Habulin natin, apat lang. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey!
Cignal with their backs against the wall. They cannot afford to lose set number 4, or else we're done in this game.
Exactly, and they will need a quick side out at this point because Alpha Insurance again starting to pull away.
Billie Jean, Henry Anima. Nice name. Just a beautiful name. 7 points, 3 attacks, 3 blocks, and 1 ace.
All-around game so far for Billie Anima.
Wow.
Yep.
My oh my. Buelo pa lang, alam mo na.
That has to leave us speechless at this point. Just doing it again and again and again. Really, he is what Cignal needs right now.
Will consistency be there for Cignal? That's going to be an ace for J-Rack de la Noche.
Momentum starting to pick up here on the side of the Super Spikers.
Gotta be wary of all teams. The defending champions who are trying to catch your tail.
Yep.
That's not gonna help though for J-Rack. 14-11.
Straight to the net that time for De La Noche again. Errors, especially in the service line. Cignal has to avoid. Has been breaking their momentum.
Louis. Tough dig. Motol denied.
Yep.
What a block by Josafat.
And Josafat has read that before the contact of Motol. Motol was already facing cross-court. Josafat closing that down perfectly. Hands pressed in at the right time.
Is this the Alas Pilipinas effect? Because we're feeling the presence of Lloyd Josafat, Louis Ramirez, and Vince Lorenzo for Cignal.
That has got to be it. They know they have the most experience and they need to step up at this point.
Ramirez. Lopez off the double sub. Motol finding the back.
Again, double sub in here for Alpha Insurance. Great set coming from Lopez. Take a look at the follow-through of Motol.
Back row, Louis Ramirez.
He won't be stopped. There's a scoring machine right now for the Super Spikers.
And you can see it in his face.
Yep.
He wants it.
He's locked in.
San Andres trying to tip it over to no avail. One more, 3 blockers. JP Bugawan will get the point.
2 blockers in the first attempt. Wendell Miguel joining them in the second attempt of Barbie San Andres closing more angles. Perfect in-system net defense for Cignal.
They're 1 point behind, 14-15. Javelona, zone 1. Side out. Much needed by Alpha Insurance. 16-14 in set number 4.
I do not know what that was about, though. It was a fat.
It's a trend. TikTok.
But the dance moves were
Oh, yeah.
smooth, huh? J-Rock de la Noche?
May backup plan na sila.
Kaya nga. 16-14, set number 4. Louis Ramirez. Here's the counter. Vilona very tight.
Oh, wow. What a chase from Lorenzo.
Chance ball. San Andres at the middle. Still put up by Cignal. They go to JP Bugawan. Hims on. Wow. That was already quite impressive from Barbie, but it was, yes, an easy return for JP Bugawan.
San Andres literally setting up Bugawan on that one. But what a save coming from Hinzon. Third touch from San Andres straight to Bugawan. And again, Bugawan scoring that point.
15-16. Avelona, better set.
Yep. The double sub is also a potential starter here with the kind of play they are providing every time they are on the court, talking about Lopez and Havilona.
I remember Havilona was an MVP in the UAAP back in high school.
Wow.
Si Lopez naman, kamukha ba ni Jesse? I'm wondering about that. Because that would be a good story. I mean, Jesse Lopez is a legend here. Kahit sabihin natin pamangkin man yan, di ba?
That's true.
Nice, Francis Casas. His own power.
And there's a certain flow Alpha Insurance play in every time Apolinario is on the court. Really just smooth playmaking. Casas through the late block of Cignal.
Jao Mandal back in the game, having replaced Wendell Miguel. Cignal down by 3.
Coach Dex exhausting all his options at this point.
De La Noche getting it off of Billy Anima.
Billy Anima apologizing right away. He knew his hands wasn't pressed in enough to block De La Noche.
Cignal down by 2. Jao Mandal to serve. Looking at the bench of Cignal, everybody has been utilized and significantly in this match. Nice placement. Zone 2 for Barbie San Andres.
Beautiful touch coming from Barbie San Andres. Really a great show of ball control. Just a soft touch and playing it smart again.
At 17 points now for Barbie. Casas has 16, Motol 14, Himzon 12. Anima also has 7. Ramirez down the line.
Automatic for Ramirez. Again, going above this time on Casas.
He's in takeover mode, but they're still catching up. Let's see if they can utilize him more in front. Motol.
Oh, great coverage.
That's by Apolinario. Chance ball Cignal. Is it Louis? The answer is yes. Another point for Louis Ramirez.
The same person, the same result for the Super Spikers. Louis Ramirez. Wow, scoring machine for this set for the Super Spikers.
Ramirez now in double figures. Getting it off of 2 blockers. It is now 18-19. Timeout, Coach Mike.
Sa ganyang puntusan, di na natin malalaman kung sino tatapos o hindi. Di ba? Kunin na kailangan, kunin na natin. Hindi na nagbibigay sa atin yan, kailangan kunin natin yan. Ha?
Out of system. Oy, anticipate natin yung pasa sa inyo. Dito nilalagay yan. Dito lahat ng out of system na makapag-crossmark. Kahit mo down dalawa. Hey, Alpha! Oy, tiwala sa balo. May confidence.
Everybody awaiting the response of Alpha Insurance against this storm, being spearheaded by Louis Ramirez. Ramirez hasn't been alive for the entire match, but
Yep.
certainly is now here in set 4. That's kept alive, Louis. That bounces to the back. Off the counter. Casas is blocked by Lloyd Osafat.
Lloyd Osafat and Louis Ramirez teaming up to close down Casas. Take a look at that one.
Oh, that was Louis again. Right hand for Louis Ramirez. 19 all, the virtual race to 6.
Whew. Can Cignal extend? That's the question.
Off the nice pass, it's Anima activated.
Too quick that time for the Super Spikers. No one even reacted on that attack of Billy Anima.
Anima will take a well-deserved breather. Romel Baptista is back in to serve.
Take a look at that one. No one jumped at the right time. No attempt, even just a pancake save on the floor defense.
Baptista to send that sharply in.
Oh,
Wow.
great dig from Baptista.
Ramirez, sino pa ba? It's kept alive. Apolinario with a smile on his face. Motol is denied though.
And this time, no coverage on the side of Alpha Insurance. Cignal locked in on that net defense. This time, Josafat and De La Noche.
20 all. JM Ronquillo now returns. And it's for Cian Silang, who's going to be the setter for Cignal.
This is going to be a defensive strategy.
Almost an ace. Josafat to set for Ramirez. Cross court. Louis Ramirez owning set number 4.
And switching angles to stay unpredictable here. Going down the line. Going cross court this time. Challenging Manato on the floor defense.
No such thing as passing of the torch as of yet for Louis Ramirez. He is the real MVP. Unfortunately, it is now a service error by J-Rock De La Noche as EJ Casanya returns.
Any errors right now committed by any team, it's very crucial.
21 all in set number 4. Again, all of our games so far have been settled in 3 sets or 4 sets. Ramirez again. The ball goes to Ayel Estranero. That's virtually unsavable.
Thanks for the save, Mix. But Louis Ramirez again taking advantage of that open block and the cross-court angle. And you see the elevation advantage as well, way above the net that time.
Ramirez had 2 points in their previous game. 3 points in the first 3 sets. Now he's up to 13 in this matchup. Himzon, he's been quiet for quite a while. And that's an easy return for Jaume Mandal. Cignal is now 2 points away from sending us to a set 5. But we have a challenge, reaching beyond the net.
Well, that was difficult even in our perspective. That was coming from a save from Alpha Insurance. They weren't able to control that one. But Umandal ready to take that. But the question is, did he take it too early? Was the ball still on the side of Alpha Insurance?
This is a big one.
Yep, it is. Crucial challenge by Alpha Insurance.
Either 23 to 21 or it will be 22 all. Look at those faces. More and more serious inside the Paco Arena.
Both teams clearly feeling the pressure and the weight of every point.
That's
Yep,
legal.
That's very legal.
So it is now 23 serving 21. How about Cignal responding here in set 4? First referee having a word with EJ Casanya. We are ready to go. Louis Ramirez about to serve. The man of the moment for the Cignal Super Spikers. Ooh, that's not gonna help. 22-23 now. Medyo nanlamig off of that challenge.
And that's a free point to Alpha Insurance, who, as we mentioned, has been having strong end games.
Rocky Motol. Oh! What a time for that to come. 23 all.
They're not just consistent, but they are also lucky.
My goodness. Now making it a virtual race to 2. First ball, Vince Lorenzo. They send it to Ronquillo. It's put up by Rocky. Apolinario pushes to the left. San Andres is denied. Coverage there, but not enough.
Again, it was predictable. San Andres was the only available option for offense. 3 blockers staying with Barbie San Andres. Take a look at that net defense. Very tall wall for the Super Spikers.
Set point signal. Barbie Pambawe. No, sir. Denial by the Cignal Super Spikers. And for the first time in the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference, we are going to a set number 5. One more look at it. Barbie San Andres trying once more, but JP Bugawan says, I'm not yet ready to leave the Paco Arena. Delay your dinner plans even further. We're not yet done. Volleyball fans, welcome back to our coverage here inside the Paco Arena. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Ayel Estranero and Fiona Bacani. What a way to end our triple header here in Manila. And you know what? To be honest, I'm not surprised with the way we started this game, the quality of volleyball that we have witnessed. This is just greatness for both teams.
I'm not surprised at all as well with how both teams have been playing from the first set until the tail end of set number 4. But we have to mention Luis Ramirez, the hero of the Super Spikers in set number 4. He's been silent the entire match, was filled it in set number 2 and 3. But exploded in set number 4. 13 points already for Luis Ramirez. And Cignal gets to extend this match. As you see the numbers so far, 15 attack points for Cignal against the 14 of Alpha Insurance. It has been a balance. No scoring for the Alpha Insurance, but Cignal, take a look at the net defense. 5 kill blocks against none for Alpha Insurance. and Cignal even committing more errors. They have 7 against only the 2 of Alpha Insurance. So clearly the separation happened in the net defense. They were able to slow down Casas and San Andres, 2 of the strong attackers of the Alpha Insurance.
They might be called the Super Spikers nowadays, but they might as well be called Monster Blockers as well. That was crazy net defense by Cignal in set 4. Louis Ramirez, what more do you have for us?
Oh, yeah.
It is your show, as now we are in crunch time, set number 5. But you did mention you have observed this since Monday. Alpha has responded time and time again. They might be the shorter team, the younger team, but they have the guts to win it, even against a champion team in Cignal. We are underway in set 5. Back set, beautiful onto Casas.
17 point for Casas, the leading scorer so far for Alpha Insurance. What an outing for Casas in this match against the defending champions.
That's after only scoring 3 points in their first game. Alam mo, tinanong ko nga si Coach Mike kanina, isa-start mo na ba si JJ Havilona? Sabi niya, hindi. Alam mo kung bakit? Because Francis Casas somehow, someway, tends to play well against Cignal.
Well,
and the pattern continues.
It's showing.
That's a nice block point by Billy Anima.
A good read and a good stretch from Billy Anima. Really closing down that angle. All about reading and timing that time. Take a look at that one. Really chasing that attack.
Anima now with 9 points in this game. 2-love in favor of the Protectors. First ball, Vince Lorenzo. Silang kanino pa. The attack was so strong. It was blocked, but then it went so long at the baseline.
Which will be called out. So first point for the Super Spikers. How much more can Louis Ramirez produce in this set?
You know what? I'm not concerned about his fatigue. He got rest a while ago.
Yep.
Moto sends it to the back. Same attacker. Same result.
Even with 3 blockers up front for Louis Ramirez. He's here to save the day of the Super Spikers.
2 straight points for Louis. We're tied here in set number 5. 2s on the board. Anima a bit further from the net, but it still worked.
Now Billy Anima being reliable here in set number 5, both from offense and defense.
Lead back with Alpha Insurance. Billy serving. Vince Himzon is back in front. Alam mo na eh.
Yun na lang masasabi ko. But it's amazing how he does it again and again in Alpha Insurance. Still not able to figure him out or figure out the setting of Silang, who has been solely Ramirez.
Is it gonna be like this until the end of the match?
Well, if that's what they need, what's working?
Bakit nga naman hindi? Unfortunately, it was a service error by Cignal. Lead back with Alpha Insurance. Here we go. Oh, denial by Motol against Lloyd Osafat.
Motol that time perfectly closing down Josafat. Silang trying to find different attackers.
2-point lead restored for Alpha Insurance. Louis Ramirez. That's a denial made once more by Rocky Motol.
Rocky Motol, back-to-back points for him.
That's one MVP versus another. From the NCAA, taking their talents to the Spikers turf.
Mga bitin, 3-man block sila. Kailangan ituro mo malapit sa antena kasi nandun si JM. O, side out. Side out, side out. Next ball, next ball, next ball. Hey, Cignal!
This is now the biggest lead in set number 5. for Alpha Insurance. They were able to deny Louis Ramirez finally. But let's see what else the former perpetual star has on his sleeve.
Now Silang has to find other attackers and put more variety in his playmaking.
Blocking story, it's the reverse of set 4. Now 3-0 in favor of Alpha Insurance. That was ruled inside for Louis Ramirez.
Bounce back point for Louis Ramirez.
Will it be challenged? Mukhang hindi na. Double sub for Cignal. EJ Casanya and JM Ronquillo in.
Can they be the game changer here? Alpha Insurance controlling the set so far.
Ramirez is now at the back, by the way. How will that change things for Cignal? Kim's on. There was a net touch, and that was by Vince.
Not too aggressive. Apolinario telling Vince Himzon right away, relax lang.
Yeah.
Too aggressive on that attack.
Himzon has been quiet, though.
Yep.
After a very strong start in this matchup, he owned set number 1. Pambawi. Nice block by Wendell. Motol off the block. Is it an attack point? No, it's awarded to Cignal. Tumama pa pala.
Yep.
Kay Rocky, pabalik.
And he's not denying it right now. So that point has to be awarded to Cignal.
And guess what? We're tied at 6. 3 straight points by the Cignal Super Spikers. Tough reception. This is a chance ball. Casanya. Back row! Louis Ramirez.
Louis Ramirez is not giving up at all.
Ito po ang tinatawag nating porsyentuhan sa volleyball. Nasa likod na si Louis Ramirez. Hindi yan problema para kay EJ Casanya. 18 points. He only had 3 in the first 3 sets of this matchup.
Wow.
Down the line, that was outside for Casas. And now a 2-point advantage for Cignal as we switch sides.
Turn around here. Again, sets coming in fast on the side of the Super Spikers. You have to mention again and again Louis Ramirez being in the forefront of Cignal's offense.
On Friday, let's share it to everybody now. We have PGJC Navy taking on FPU at 2 p.m. Savage versus USD. Winners today will take on each other 4 p.m. And then the Crisscross King Crunchers will go up against BNS at 6 p.m. So magpapahinga ang dalawang kupunan na nasa harap natin ngayon on Friday.
They will deserve that one after this 5-setter match.
The first 5-set match in our Invitational Conference happening right now. And this is before Cignal takes on Crisscross on Sunday, November 2. We have Lopez checking in alongside Avilona, the double sub all match long for Alpha Insurance. It's been a 5-0 run, by the way, for Cignal here in set 5.
And it's Louis Ramirez still showing consistency on the service line.
Still inside for him. Bumps it onto Rocky Motol. This is a chance ball. Back row, Louis Ramirez detonating inside the Paco Arena.
Now we're running out of words to describe Louis Ramirez. Wow, 3 blockers trying to close him down.
This is a football challenge. Let's see if the machines can slow down Louis
We
Ramirez.
talked about earlier how before all these NCAA stars rised up, there was Louis Ramirez on cue. He is showing and proving that he also was a former collegiate star.
He's reminding everybody, ako ang nauna sa inyo. At kakagaling ko lang sa World Championship. That is clean.
That's very clean.
What a display by Louis Ramirez. It is now 9 serving 6. A 6-0 run for the defending champions. Safely in. Abelona. Lorenzo was there. Miguel sends it back. And a free ball. Good save by Cignal. Lopez choosing the same guy. And Abelona this time will not be denied.
Even with Wendell Miguel and Josafat up on the net. Abelona scoring again. The double sub working for Alpha Insurance.
9-7. Ronquillo's turn. Nobody there. Just a bit late for Takeda.
And Ronquillo able to score here.
You know, that would mean a lot for Cignal. Because it tells us that it's not just Louis Ramirez's show.
Well, but he has scored majority of the points here from set 4 to set 5.
Josafat now serving, taking category, plus 18 for Alpha Insurance. Abelona cross-court, power hit.
If Cignal has Louis right now, Alpha Insurance has Abelona scoring 2 points already off the bench in this set.
8-10, Vince Himzon. Nice pass by Louis, he gets it back, tipping it through, hole in the middle.
And that's a first soft touch coming from Louis Ramirez. Smart move.
You have 3 men checking in for Cignal. As you take a look at this replay, Ramirez catching everybody off guard. Maatras na yung players ng Alpha Insurance. Umandal in. Silang in. De La Noche in.
Again, the depth of the lineup in full display right now for the Super Spikers.
Ball put up by Barbie. Abelona. It's saved by Ramirez. Umandal off speed. Good chance to counter. They send it to Abelona.
Great dig from Ramirez.
Defense and offense. Louis. That's sent back by Anima. Set up to Zhao. Still saved. Nice rally.
Long
Barbie
rally.
could not score. Set up to JP. He will cross. That's a violation by Cignal.
Also an awkward set coming from Umandal. 2 attackers were there, Bugawan and De La Noche. And Bugawan clearly trying to transition back in defense. So a costly error there despite this lead that Cignal has.
Double sub back in. JM Apolinario and Francis Casas. 9 serving 11. Closeout time inside the Paco Arena.
And you can feel a bit of tension right now from both teams.
21 excellent sets for JM Apolinario. Oh, that's a long serve.
And that has got to be a painful one. Now giving the Super Spikers a free point.
It is now Zhao Umandal's turn. They're 3 points away from winning this match. 7 attack points for Zhao. That's gonna go long. Always high risk. Wendell Miguel returns for Zhao Umandal. Barbie San Andres at 10-12 in set 5. Ramirez,
Oh,
the
dog that
dig.
time.
It's Takeda keeping it alive. Rocky going left. Bit tight. Louis punches through. And that was inside. Will it be challenged by Alpha Insurance?
No, I don't think they will challenge this one. The point will stay with the Super Spikers.
Smart hit there by Louis Ramirez.
Ooh.
Whoa, what a block. Was that Louis?
Yep. They're stepping up, leveling up in all departments right now. Talking about Louis Ramirez. Take a look at that one. The swing block, hands pressed in at the right time against Casas.
Now 4 match points for the Cignal Super Spikers. Motol got a hand there.
Yep.
They save a point, 11-14.
But pressure clearly on the side of Alpha Insurance right now. Can't afford any errors here. Baptista has done a good job playing as a service and defense specialist, but he will be tested right now.
He has to do it 3 straight times for them to survive. Timeout here for Coach Dex.
Okay. First, simulan natin sa magandang pasa. Once the plus, double plus, kayo mo gusto i-play? Kay Louis? Back week. Yeah. We can put the ball here.
Gusto niya 1.
Ha? Receive in 2. Okay? Now, sunod ka, Lloyd.
Okay, coach.
Kay Louis. Okay? Pero silip ka rin. Pag magko-commit dito, pag hindi magko-commit, pwede mo iwan ako.
Kay Lloyd dyan?
Okay?
Ginagawa nila kasi
Feeling ko kay Lloyd dyan.
tumatapat yung yung opener. Kay Lloyd dyan? Hindi.
Wait. Para hindi tayo magulo. Hey! Para hindi tayo magulo. Again, put the ball in position 2. Close. Louis.
Isang magandang pasa.
One good pass, let's go! Super!
Medyo ginulo pa tayo ni Jao Umandal doon, pero alam niyo naman kung kanino pupunta ang bola.
Very technical timeout there. Naninigurado na rin si Coach Dex, calling for the timeout right away.
11-14. Sian looking for Ramirez. There you go. Who else will finish the match? The OG NCAA Most Valuable Player. Louis Ramirez, coming off of a stint with the Las Filipinas in the World Championship, was quiet in their first game. Only registered 2 points. In the first 3 sets of this matchup, only a grand total of 3. But now, he just exerted his full dominance against Alpha Insurance. Alam niyo na kung sino magiging best player ni Ayel Estraniero. Louis Ramirez and the Cignal Super Spikers will win our first 5-set match in the Invitational Conference.
welcome back to the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. And we are currently here with our best player of the game, none other than Louie Ramirez. Louie, congratulations! Grabe, hindi naging madali itong laban na to. Anong tumatakbo sa isip mo nung you were down 2 sets tapos pinasok ka nung 4th set?
Simula nung nilabas ako ng court, nagmatchag talaga ako sa labas. Then sabi ko kapag pinasok ko dito sa 4th set, tutulong ako sa teammate ko kasi alam kong hindi ko sila natulungan nung mga unang set. So yun, bumawi talaga ako ng 4th set.
At bumawi nga talaga. Ngayon naman, Louie, syempre sa mga crucial moments na ganun, saan ka humuhugot ng lakas para mag-step up at mag-perform ng ganung level?
Una-una sa mga coaches kasi binigyan nila ako ng tiwala ulit na makapasok sa court kahit na bakit yung laro ko nung unang game tsaka nung unang set din. Then yun, sinabi ko na lang na pagbubutihin ko at ibabalik ko yung tiwala na binigay sa akin ng mga coaches tsaka ng mga teammates ko.
Ayun, at grabe nga naman talaga ang pinakita ng ating best player of the game, Louie Ramirez. Once again, congratulations to you and to the rest of our defending champions, the Cignal Super Spikers. Now that's all from us over here. Back to you, Migs and Ayel.
Thank you, Fiona. You saw the 23 points, but 20 of those came in the 4th and 5th sets. And also, he had 13 excellent receptions.
Yep.
A double-double for Louie Ramirez.
Louie Ramirez played like a machine in set 4 and 5 again, scoring again and again. And Cignal did lean on Ramirez all throughout that 4th and 5th set. You see Silang and Casania setting up Louie, and Louie just respond positively all throughout, and that's why he deserved the player of the game. Clearly the game changer for the Super Spikers, as you see the numbers for set number 5. Dominant set for the Super Spikers in terms of attacking. They have 10 against the 5 of Alpha Insurance. Almost the same number of kill blocks and the same number of errors. So it was really the attacking that spelled the difference for the Super Spikers in set number 5.
And this is the ending that they wanted all along before they take on the Crisscross King Crunchers on Sunday. But before Sunday, we have our games on Friday here inside the Paco Arena in Manila. It will be PGJC Navy versus FEU at 2 p.m. UST versus Savage at 4 p.m. And then Crisscross taking on BNS at 6 p.m. We celebrate the first 5-set match that we've had so far in the Invitational Conference. What a game that was. Thank you for joining us, folks. For Fiona Bacani, who did a splendid job in the 3 games today, and my partner, Ayel Estraniero. My name is Mix Gomez, saying good night from Manila. This has been the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference.